Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Factorio. It's been a week since I last uploaded a video, so I am so sorry for the wait, everyone. Life has just been keeping me busy lately. But hopefully soon I'll be able to get back up to a more regular cadence where I'm releasing videos more frequently. But with that said, let's go ahead and just dive right back into where we were. So, single player, load game. Let's go back into tutorial level 5 and pick up where we left off. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we have just finished automating red and green science, so now we can begin doing research. As you can see, our labs have picked up lots of red science, we have green science on the way, things are looking lovely. Now, something I did remember after I played through last time is that I wanted to clean up the chests that are over here, because we have these random chests just full of stuff, and it'd be nice to kind of get them all cleaned out. So wood I don't need. I'm not going to worry about wood. Stone I don't really need at the moment. Is there anything I can use the stone with? I don't really need... I do need stone furnaces, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and just craft a bunch of stone furnaces. That'll work. There we go. Lovely. So let's grab... Do I have any other stone? Nope, I do have iron. So let's grab all that iron and let's feed it into our smelting structure. So that way we can get that taken care of and all used up. Just kind of cleaning up our inventory here, getting ourselves reorganized. Ah, almost got it all. Okay, well, I'm going to just stick some here. There we go. Lovely. Why was there a chunk there? How strange. Oh, because of the random stone stuff. I see. I see. That's what's slowing us down. Stone is slowing us down. No. I need to start using the stone. Oh well, let's clean stuff up first, and then I'll figure out how to use the stone. The easiest way to use stone that I can think of off the top of my head is just to continue to craft stone furnaces. Another thing we could do is we also have, maybe I don't have it researched. Oh, there it is. We can also make stone bricks by smelting stone into bricks. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll half and half it. I'll run half the stone line through a smelting structure, smelting column, and we'll create bricks. Alright, let's see, what else? I don't really need walls or gates. I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't need the offshore pumps. I'll leave that alone, leave all that alone. The railway stuff I'm going to want eventually. The military stuff maybe. Not 100% sold on the military stuff yet. I guess I'll grab the railway stuff. I've got space in my inventory for it. There we go. That'll be helpful. Let me also grab the solid fuel as well, so I can use that to fuel the trains once we get there. And then, do I want the modules? Modules are nice. But I'm going to go without modules. If you guys want to play with modules, you go for it. Modules are lovely, and I would recommend that you try them out because they're cool. Alright, let's figure out how to use this stone, because as you can see here, stone is just plugging up the works when it comes to my iron resources. So I need to start using the stone so that way I can actually have full access to the iron that I need in order to do stuff. Also, we need to start actually using our research. So let's go ahead and hit T to open up our tree here, our research tree, and we can go ahead and get started. So again, our main objective is to get to automated rail transportation, which needs railway. So let's go ahead and research that. There's other researches we can do as well, which are beneficial. Things like tool belt, expanding your inventory space, always good. Lab research speed, always good. The electric energy distribution to make medium and big power poles, very good. So maybe I'll get those first, and then we'll work our way up to rails, because these are all really nice. I'm going to get started with the lab research speed, just because then we can benefit from that very quickly once that's done. And while that's researching, let's go ahead and figure out how we can use our stone. So I'm going to create a smelting structure here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to chop down trees, make some space. Making some space for yourself is always a good thing. There's a little bit of stone down here. I'm not too worried about that. We got plenty of stone, at least for the time being. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Excuse me. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to build a smelting structure here. So I'm going to go a few ways, I'm going to go a bit of ways down just in case I need space. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put down like, I don't know. I'll let you guys figure out the exact ratios. I know a lot of these ratios by heart, but I don't want to like spoil everything for you guys. So I'll let you guys figure the ratios out. I'm just going to put down something like 20 stone furnaces. If you want to count them, you can count them. If you don't want to count them, you can always hit Control C, go over, and it gives you a count of whatever you're boxing, right? So here I've placed 8 stone furnaces so far. Hit Q to clear, and then 9, 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and have an output this way, and then input this way. And then on the other side, I need 10 more. Lovely. Input this way. And then I need more inserters. Need a lot more inserters. So I'm going to go ahead and steal some iron plates here. I'm going to steal some copper plates here. We need to actually create a mall at some point. A mall is a structure where you can basically have assemblers build things that you need, right, in order to build your factory. So we use a lot of belts, right? So we've been handcrafting a lot of belts. So I could have assembler machines build belts and then box those belts, and then I can just run to my mall and buy belts, right? Or just, you know, go grab belts. So yeah, a mall is a structure where you can have your factory build things for you in order to help you build your factory bigger, right? But for now, let's go ahead and handcraft stuff. I'm going to have to wait for these for a little while. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and build this structure as best we can while we wait for the handcrafting queue. And then I also need to get coal. So let me go ahead and split off some coal here. And I'm going to just route it down like that. Jump over my bus. And then come down here. And then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and have it come in there. Like that. And then go ahead and set up my structure, which you guys already see up here, which is lovely. And there we go. So there's that. And then we have our output. Like that. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get our stone inputted. So our stone's in the middle here, so that means I'm gonna have to put some underground belts. 1, 2, and then give myself 2 apart. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna split this 50-50. Nice and easy that way. And that way we can start smelting stuff. And then we need to get it powered on. And we're almost there with our inserters, which is lovely. So let's go ahead and get power over here. So I'm going to grab my big power pole, which is lovely. Love these big guys. Look how much distance that covers. So I don't need to use a bunch of small power poles or anything like that. And hey, our inserters are making. Hooray, inserters. Inserters. Also, just as a reminder, there's plenty of ways to build smelting columns. This is just a way. This is one of my favorite ways. I love this way, so I was excited to show you guys this. Really cool way to build smelting columns. But there's plenty of other ways to do it too, so feel free to experiment. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this all set up. So I'm going to go there, there, and then go there, there, and there. And then we'll go there, and there. And then we'll go there, and there. There we go. And we're all powered up. And now we've got bricks. And then I'm just going to add bricks to the bus because why not? So now we've added bricks to the bus. Hooray, bricks. What am I going to use bricks for? I don't know yet. What can you use bricks for? Well, a couple of things that we have access to immediately that we can use bricks for primarily is walls. But something else you can use bricks for is just to generally pave your factory to help you run faster, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these bricks, actually, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me also put this extra stone I've got in here. Let me go ahead and get rid of my extra coal as well. I'll get rid of my extra copper here. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, let me show you what I mean. So let me grab a bunch of bricks. Grabbing a bunch of bricks. There we go. And then what you do is you grab the bricks from your inventory. In this case, I've got 238, which sounds like a lot, but trust me, this is going to disappear real fast. Go ahead and grab it, close your inventory, and you see a little square there. You can pave the ground. And when you run on brick and cement, I think I explained this earlier as I was exploring the map, but as you run on brick and cement, you run faster. So you can pave your factory in brick in order to increase your running speeds. That way you're not spending so long running. Now when you grab the bricks from your inventory, you get this little tiny square. If you hit plus on your numpad, on your keyboard, you can make it super big. And then what you see here is the green area is what you can actually place. You have a little zone around your character that you can place. This square is bigger than what I can place. So if I were to click this, I'll place that circle, but I wouldn't place the square. The yellow is what I can't place. So I don't tend to go the biggest I can. I usually do something like that. But yeah, let's go a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and pave some of this. And then, whoop. See, it goes away real fast. Because each little, like, piece on the grid, like if I hit shift space to pause the game, you can see here there's grid lines, right? So each square on this grid takes, I think, what is it, like one, it's not one brick per grid. I think it's like, I don't even remember. Let me actually grab some more bricks and see if I can find out. More bricks. Grab bricks. All right. Let me go and shrink this back down to the smallest I can. And then click. Okay, so that uses one brick. So each grid uses one brick. So it's really easy to use a whole bunch of bricks real fast. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep paving. There we go. Let's keep paving. There we go. So yeah, that's one use we can do for bricks. Like I said, you can also use bricks to make walls. Walls are super handy in order to defend your base. Like here on this map, for example, it would be wise to build a wall here in order to block this choke point, so that way when biters attack from over here, which we killed off in a previous episode, but if you don't kill them off, eventually this pollution cloud will hit the biters' nest that were out here, and they'll come and attack you, and they tend to want to attack you through this choke point, because that's the closest access they have to your base. So if you wall that off and place turrets behind the wall, boom, awesome defense, right? And then you can also use cliffs to your advantage too. Biters can't run through cliffs, so if you wall this space off here, put turrets behind the wall, and around the cliffside too, boom, awesome defense. So use the cliffs as well to help support your choke points. So you can build walls here, and here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And then line that area up with turrets, and you've got some nice defense going on there. But since I've killed most of the biters in the area, you can still see there's some biters left, right? But I've killed most of the biters in the area. I'm not too worried about being attacked yet. If I do get attacked, it might come from here where I haven't explored yet. And then I'll just go kill those little turds if they come and attack, because I don't like them. All right, our lab speed research is done. Let's go ahead and open up our research queue. Let's get the next one. We'll just do tool belt next. There we go. All right, so what do we want to do next? What I want to do next would probably be to create that little mini mall. Now again, our resources here are pretty scarce, right? We're going to run out of resources quick, so we need to get to trains so we can start getting access to our iron out here, or iron and copper out here, that kind of stuff. Trains will be really nice. Ooh, that's juicy ore right there. Getting a train out there will be really nice. But I'm going to focus on getting a train out here first, because that's where it wants you to go, right? So I'm just going to follow the tutorial and go where it wants me to. But yeah, we need more resources. We're going to need them soon. So I don't want to overbuild this mall, because I don't want to eat up all the iron in the world that I have in this little flimsy amount in my base. But I do want to automate assembly of certain items in order to make it easier So that way I'm not handcrafting so many things like belts, for example, which I should probably craft a bunch of while I am constructing this mall, because I'm going to need the belts. There we go. So what do I want to automate? Ideally speaking, when I play on free play, I basically automate everything. But again, we're pretty limited on resources here, so I'm just going to automate the bare minimum stuff. So I'm going to automate belts. I might not even automate underground belts or splitters. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to automate more than I probably should. Let's just do belt and inserters for now. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to do a little bit of green circuit assembly and add green circuits to the bus, and that'll make making a mall easier. So let's actually do that. So I'm going to do green circuits. So green circuits, I'm not going to do that much because I'm just going to use the green circuits for the mall for the time being. But green circuits, as we already learned, require 3 copper cables and 1 iron plate. And they take a half second of time to craft. Right? Now 3 copper cables sounds like a lot, but what's interesting about copper cables is they take 1 copper plate, and then with 0.5 seconds of crafting time, it gives you 2 copper wire, or 2 copper cables. So what you need is you need 3 copper cables for an electronic circuit. You're going to get 2 in the same amount of time, so that means you need at least 2 assemblers in order to properly feed at throughput an electronic circuit assembler. And I'm going to go ahead and teach you this ratio, but basically what that turns out to is you'll want 1, 2, 3 copper cable assemblers for 2 green circuits. So let's go ahead and set that up. There we go. And I'm going to use blue inserters for that. I'm going to also want more blue inserters. I'm going to go ahead and steal that. Oh, I didn't put a belt there. Silly me. There we go. And then grab some blue inserters. So I'm going to go ahead and take... I might just draw from that line. Since it's there, why not? Why not? Let's just draw from the line that's there. Why not? And then... how do I want to do this? 3 for 2. I think I want to do it like that, is what I want to do. So let me explain why I did it that way. So, like I said, you want 3 assemblers for copper cable feeding into 2 assemblers for green circuit. So that way you get 6 copper cable in order to meet the 6 cable requirements needed here at roughly the same time. Now, in order to evenly distribute that, you're going to draw all of the copper cable from here into here. You're going to draw all the copper cable from here into here, and then you're going to share this one half and half. And then that should evenly distribute everything out nice. So that's the idea there. And then we'll just do that for now, because again, I don't want to overbuild and overuse the resources. So I'm going to go ahead and output... I'm going to go ahead and output there and there. And I also need to input iron. So I'm going to run some iron up here. And then I'm going to run my green circuits back down here. Hop over the first 4 lines on the bus. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 lines lower down. And start creating a new line on the bus for the green circuits for now. And then since I'm only crafting on one side, I'm going to want to balance this as well. So let me go ahead and just balance that by just doing that. And there we go. So it's going to put it on one side, and then this is going to evenly distribute whatever's put on this one side onto both sides of this belt. And that's going to balance it. So let's go ahead and power this on and get this rolling. So there. Let's do that, and then that, and that. And there we go. Now, Actually, I want to balance it on the other side because I do need to route the iron up that way. So let's do... let's have it go out this way, actually. That will just keep things a little bit cleaner. So that way I can just route the iron straight up like this. There we go. Nice and clean. And then let's just make sure everything is working okay. Looks like it is. Lovely. We are getting circuits. Now, are we waiting on anything? Yeah, they're not quite operating at perfect throughput. You see there's some hesitation there. So I'm going to upgrade these yellow inserters to blue. And there we go. Now we're operating at throughput. Sweet. Now we have green circuits. And we have finished our tool belt research. So let's go ahead and grab our electric energy distribution research. Ooh, a second level of lab research speed will always be nice too. Let's do the electric energy distribution so that way we can get working on those sometime in the future. And now that we have our iron, our copper, and our green circuits here, we can start building our little mini mall, right? So first, I want belts. So I'm going to go ahead and add a assembler here. I like to keep things at roughly the same level. And then I'm going to have this assembler make gears. I'm going to feed that into belts in order to get belts, just like what we did here. But instead of outputting into another belt, we're going to actually output into a box. I'm going to use a blue circuit, or sorry, a blue inserter there, and then output into, I've got plenty of steel chests, so I'll just use those. Okay. I'm going to use a blue inserter here too, because the gears require 2 iron plates, and they also craft pretty quick, so a blue inserter will be nice there. I'm using a blue inserter here because when you finish a belt, it gives you 2 belts. So again, the blue inserter is going to be able to move both of those belts out really fast. This inserter will be fine because this only outputs 1 gear. So regular inserters just fine. Okay. So let's see, and then this also needs plates, right? How many? 1. So I can use a regular inserter there. And then I'm going to route iron plates up this way. Keep moving the bus along, right? Keep things nice and orderly. And then I'm going to split off the iron and route that up there. And then I'm going to grab my big power pole here just to keep my distribution nice and clean. And then power this guy on. And boom, we should be getting belts. There we go. Now we have belts automated. Hooray! And I'm running out of belts, so this is going to be great. So now I can just control click on the chest there, get more belts. Perfect. Now I don't have to sit there and handcraft belts forever. So what else do we want to maul, right? Inserters will be really nice to maul. So to do that, again, I want gears, plates, and electric circuits. So I'm going to do another one of these guys. You're going to do gears. You're going to do inserter. And then inserter also wants plates. And then electric circuits, or green circuits as I like to call them. I'll run the circuits up this way, I think is what I want to do. I'm just making this up as I go. There are definitely more efficient ways to build out this mall than what I'm doing, so feel free to experiment. Always, always, always experiment. It's always a good time. Because, like I said, I'm just making it up as I go. Boom! Now you have the green circuits you need. You're going to have the gears that you need. Where is all our iron going? Oh, our iron is all being sucked up to make the green circuits. See, that's what I was a little nervous about. We need more iron. We need more iron. More iron. Our mall is going to suffer. But Anyway, things will back up eventually. The green circuits will back up, and then that will allow the iron to back up. But we're just not getting a lot of iron. Why? Is this still backing up because of the stone? No, stone's not backing up because the bricks is still not backed up yet. So no, that's just we're not getting a lot of iron. Whew, we got to get to trains quick, guys. We got to get to trains quick. We're already low on iron. Not cool. Not cool at all. Anyway, let's keep working on this. So, gears. Let's go and power this on, see what we're missing. And then we can go ahead and output that. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to also automate blue inserters because we already have the ingredients here. So I'm going to output that into blue inserters. Actually, I'm going to output that into a chest. And then I'll input that into blue inserters. That way that can back up over time. And then blue inserters need plates and green circuits. There we go. Again, we're running low on plates. Again, hopefully things will back up soon-ish. Fingers crossed. Because I would really like that mall to make stuff. Oh, and I need to actually output the blue inserter somewhere. So let's just output that back out into a box right here. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit this chest to like 2 stacks of yellow inserters and like 2 stacks of blue. Again, just so that way we're not making too much. For the belts, I'm going to also limit that to like 4. Just so, again, we're not making too much. Because we just don't have a lot of iron to draw off of. We just don't. Not at all. If I get desperate, if we don't get to trains in time and I get desperate, I may have to belt iron in from like here into the base, because that's not that long of a walk. I could belt that in instead of training it in. But that's if things get desperate. And then instead I can train stuff in from here, right? Because that's a little bit further out. Or I can train stuff in from down here. Maybe I'll end up doing that. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Alright, so our electric energy distribution research is done. So let's go ahead and start our next thing. So I could do lab research speed, but lab research speed is not holding me back. Iron is. I really need trains, right? So let's go ahead and start our railway research. And now that we've got that started, and now that we've got at least this little tiny little mall thing going on, I think this is probably a good place to go ahead and end the video. So yeah, I've been recording for almost 30 minutes. So yeah, this is a great place to end the video. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this entertaining and informative. You can see how Factorio always loves to give you problems that you got to solve. The problem that we have to immediately start solving is our iron production problem. We need iron. We need so much iron, and we just don't have enough. So we need to solve that problem next time. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.